Tennessee has a rich history in agriculture, with many families starting a garden as a means to put food on the table. This is the case with Wendy Williams, who along with her 3 daughters has taken their small garden and turned it into a business venture, creating Three Sisters Farm. Not only is Williams teaching her daughters the importance of hard work and dedication, but her hopes are that one day they will be able to make a living out of the farm.
Well, we've been here for 4 years. We moved here from Arkansas, and we wanted to be close to the university for when the kids do go to college, that they can, short drive. But we've always gardened for ourselves, and 2 years ago we decided to expand to sell at the farmers market. And we experiment with different types of heirlooms. We're all natural, so we're constantly building up the soil. This part here we just tilled this year, so stuff isn't growing as great as it could be, but we'll be adding compost and cover crops throughout the years. We grow a variety of summer vegetables, and we're going to specialize, I think, in spring and late fall vegetables, greens. We enjoy it. The kids work hard, and hopefully we'll have a tractor next year, so we'll be able to produce more, but we're going to double the garden. We've got about an acre now, and we will have about 2 acres next year, adding fruits and berries. It's just a family affair here, and we really enjoy it. My 2 oldest are 16 and 17. I wish I would have gotten them into it earlier, because they're at the age where they're not really into the weeding and the bug picking. But hopefully someday, one of them will want to take over, because I would like to see this as a business. I mean, we do have some CSA customers. We will start signing people up for a fall CSA. That's going to be our first real big CSA. And I think it's a really good, healthy living. The TTU is a great ag department as far as teaching farming and, hopefully marketing. And I just see it as a really nice growing business, because people want to eat good food and they want to know where the food comes from. Well, in the heat here, we'll work like at least 4 days a week, 4 hours, and that's 4 of us. In the springtime, early spring, you really have to put in a lot of hours, but the weather's nice, so you can work until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Now, though, it's just too hot to be out here past 11, 12 o'clock, so you got to get up early or late in the evenings. But it's nice. I mean, I come out here and the birds are singing, and it's just beautiful. But you have to stay out of the heat. You really do have to get out of the heat. But in the summertime, probably 15 hours in the garden. And early spring and fall, it's a little bit, to me, it's more labor intensive, but you have less bugs, but you're able to produce more, so you have more in the garden. The bugs are hard. You can use as much soapy water as you want, but you're gonna have to hand pick most of them. And keeping the plants fed. So we've grown on the other side of the garden for 2 years. The soil's building up. But getting the compost in there to feed the vegetables without adding herbicides, pesticides, and fertilizers that aren't natural. Well, with the heirlooms, like we're trying, the deer ate all of our beans this year. I mean, we started the garden late. We had a hard time finding someone to till it because we do not have a tractor. That's why the soil isn't as good as it could be. But the deer ate all of our beans. But Ashley, my youngest, tried Chinese red noodle beans, which are coming out terrific. So I think that'll be a big hit. Corn, I'm not the best corn grower. I'll learn that over the years. But we do a lot of oriental greens, especially in the spring and the late fall, that grow terrific here. We do carrots. Carrots this year was the first year doing carrots, and they just came out tremendous. And the biggest part is keeping your soil up so you don't have to irrigate as much. If you have really good loamy soil and you keep adding compost, irrigation, I just try not to do that, because once you irrigate, you always have to irrigate. And once we get to know what actually grows good here, what the customers want, I mean, we're always asking the customers, what would you like us to grow next year? So we can try that in the garden and bring that available. We are all natural, and we like to know where our food comes from. And the best way to do that is to grow it for ourselves. And we figured, well, why not get bigger and be able to provide that to the general public, and we sell at the farmers market. Great vendors at the farmers market, and we get to meet the nicest people there. I mean, the customers are just terrific. They're very receptive to all natural products, and it's just been a really good experience. Farmers markets are fun because you get to meet people, but CSAs, as far as someone wanting to be guaranteed that they have a basket once a week with fresh vegetables, yeah, I think CSA is a really good move for people who want to have guaranteed fresh fruits and vegetables on a weekly basis. Eventually, we would like to have a pickup here at the farm where the customers can come out once a week and get involved, and price break if you want to do some weeding and get involved, especially with young children. Have them come on out. And I was thinking about getting a plot just for kids to work on while their parents are doing whatever they want to do out here. We'll have you pick flowers and vegetables, and so it's a growing process. It's definitely going to be another year or two before we actually can do some agritourism where we can have monthly teaching seminars here, hopefully sooner than later. But I just think that anybody who wants to grow vegetables can, but if they can't and they don't have the time, always buy from a local farmer, because it helps out the local economy for one thing, and they know where their food's coming from. I just don't think that buying food that's shipped 1,000 miles away, that is picked before maturity so that it is mature on the shelf, is a good thing for us to eat or for anyone else to eat. I think if you can pick it and buy or grow your own food, which everybody can have their own garden. You don't need a lot of space to do gardens. You can do the square foot garden, which you get a lot of produce out of. Raised beds are great if you have a small area. On a big scale, you can't do, where you make your beds out of wood and whatnot, because it's just not cost effective. But like you can start a garden, you put newspaper down on the ground, you add good dirt, plop your vegetables in, and you'll be surprised at how much you can produce in a small area. I mean, you just get tips from everywhere. YouTube is a great source. There's a couple local farmers that have a couple books out that are just terrific to know what actually grows in this area without having to try it myself, which, some things we grow. We tried a heirloom Italian broccoli this year, and we won't grow it again because the bugs love it and it just doesn't produce. But it's trial and error. But you have fresh vegetables, and I don't want something that's been sprayed. It's just, I don't think, healthy for you.